Commander Zara looked at the broken human ship floating in space. The other alien officers on her bridge laughed and pointed at the old vessel. Captain Vex spoke first with his deep voice. The humans think they are warriors, but look at their weak technology. Lieutenant Krim nodded her green head. Our ships are 10 times stronger than anything they ever built. The human ship had been drifting for hundreds of years. Nobody knew why it was so far from Earth. Zara felt curious about the old vessel, but her crew only saw it as junk. We should destroy it and move on, said Captain Vex. It serves no purpose. Wait, said Zara. I want to explore it first. There might be something valuable inside. Her crew made rude sounds. They thought humans were the weakest race in the galaxy. Most aliens believed humans could never fight properly or build good weapons. Zara took a small team to board the human ship. The inside was dark and cold. Their lights showed old corridors filled with dust. Everything looked ancient and forgotten. Look at these primitive controls, laughed Officer Dex. This technology is thousands of years behind ours. They walked through many rooms, finding nothing special. The ship seemed empty and worthless, just like every other human creation the aliens had seen. Then Zara found a hidden door deep in the ship. It was sealed with strange symbols. She used her tools to open it slowly. Inside was a small chamber with something amazing. A suit of armor hung on the wall. It was black and silver with designs that seemed to move in the light. This looks different, said Zara, touching the smooth metal. Officer Dex rolled his 4 eyes. It is just old human junk, like everything else they make. But Zara felt something strange. About the armor, it seemed to call to her. The metal was warm even though the ship was freezing cold. She decided to try it on. Her team laughed as she put on the heavy pieces. The helmet was the last part. It fit perfectly on her alien head. Suddenly, the armor came to life. Lights appeared on the chest and arms. Power flowed through every piece. Zara felt stronger than ever before. The armor began to speak in an old human voice. Welcome, warrior. The ancient protocols are now active. Zara's team stopped, laughing. They backed away in fear. What is happening? They asked. The armor continued. You have been chosen to carry on the legacy of the Guardian Corps. Few beings in the universe are worthy of this honor. Zara felt knowledge flowing into her mind. She learned about ancient human warriors who fought against dark forces across the galaxy. These guardians protected innocent races from terrible enemies. Long ago, humans discovered a great evil spreading through space. Other alien races were too weak or scared to fight. The humans created special armor to battle these dark creatures. The Guardian Corps fought for thousands of years. They saved countless worlds and people. But the war was long and hard. Many Guardians died protecting others. Finally, the last Guardians decided to hide their armor. They knew someday worthy beings would find it and continue their mission. The armor would choose its next wearer. As Zara learned this history, she felt the armor changing her. It made her faster and stronger. Her alien body adapted to work with the human technology. Officer Dex tried to grab her. Stop this madness. Take off that cursed armor. But when he touched Zara, the armor defended itself. Energy knocked him backward across the room. He hit the wall and slid to the floor. The others ran away in panic. They returned to their ship and told Captain Vex what happened. Impossible, said Vex. Human technology cannot be that powerful. But Zara was different now. The armor showed her things. Hidden in space, dark ships were moving toward populated worlds. The ancient enemy had returned. She knew what she had to do. The armor guided her to the human ship's weapon systems. Everything came back to life under her touch. The old ship powered. Up for the first time in centuries, its engines roared and weapons charged. The hull began to repair itself using technology. Nobody understood. Captain Vex watched in shock as the human vessel became strong again. How can this be happening? Zara spoke, to them through the communication system. The humans were never weak. You just never understood their true power. She flew the restored ship toward the approaching dark fleet. Her alien crew had no choice but to follow. They were curious and afraid. The enemy ships were massive and black. They had destroyed many civilizations before other alien races always ran from them in terror. But Zara did not run. The armor filled her with courage and skill. She attacked the Dark Fleet without fear. The battle was incredible to watch. Human weapons tore through enemy shields like paper. The old ship moved like a living creature, avoiding every attack. Other alien ships tried to help, but their weapons did nothing against the dark vessels. Only the human technology could hurt these ancient enemies. Zara fought like a true guardian. She used tactics and weapons her mind had never learned. The armor taught her everything she needed to know. One by one, the dark ships exploded under her assault. Their evil leader finally appeared on her screen. "You cannot stop us, creature. We have conquered 1,000 worlds." Zara answered with the voice of all guardians. "The humans taught us that some things are worth fighting for." She destroyed the enemy, leader with a final blast. The remaining dark ships fled into deep space. When the battle ended, every alien in the fleet stared at Zara with new respect. They had learned something important about humans that day. Captain Vex contacted her. "How did you do this thing?" "The humans were never the weak race we thought them to be," said Zara. "They were guardians protecting all of us. We just never bothered to learn the truth." She kept the armor and the ancient ship. The armor had chosen her to continue the Guardian mission. There were still dark forces in the galaxy that needed to be stopped. Other aliens began to study human history more carefully. They found records of humans fighting battles to protect alien worlds. Most had never heard these stories before. Humans had always put themselves in danger to save others. They fought the worst enemies so other races could live in peace. The Guardian armor appeared on other forgotten human ships. More worthy beings from different alien races were chosen to wear them. Soon there was a new Guardian Corps with aliens and humans working together. They protected the galaxy from threats that others could not face. Zara became the leader of this new group. She taught others that strength comes from protecting the innocent, not from conquering the weak. The aliens who had mocked humans began to respect them. They learned that true warriors fight for others, not just for themselves. Years passed and the galaxy became safer. The Guardians stopped many threats before they could hurt innocent people. Zara often remembered that day when she found the armor in the forgotten ship. It changed everything she believed about humans and herself. She realized that the greatest warriors are not always the strongest ones. They are the ones willing to sacrifice everything to protect others. The human guardians had done this for thousands of years without asking for praise or recognition. They fought in secret battles so others could live in peace. Now their legacy continued through worthy beings of many races. The armor would always find those with guardian hearts. The dark forces still existed in distant parts of space, but they knew the guardians were watching and would fight them. Zara stood on the bridge of her ship looking at the stars. She wore the ancient armor with pride, knowing she carried on an important mission. Her crew no longer laughed at human technology. They had seen its true power and learned to respect it. The armor hummed softly around her, reminding Zara that she was part of something greater than herself. She was a guardian now, and would protect the innocent until her last breath, just like the humans before her. The galaxy was safer because someone had chosen to be strong for others. That was the real lesson the armor taught. True strength comes from protecting those who cannot protect themselves. This was the way of the Guardians, both human and alien. Zara smiled and gave orders to her crew. There were more threats to face and more people to save. The ancient armor had found its new home, and the Guardian legacy lived on through her. In the deepest parts of space, dark enemies still plotted and schemed, but they would face the Guardians again, and the Guardians would be ready.